Okay, we're gonna follow up with our final discussion on Word today. So let's start Word, and the first thing we're gonna talk about is some of the pre-made templates. Whenever you start Word up, you'll notice that you have these templates that are over here. There's some very famous ones, like the year. You can do your resume as well. Do you see that? And so on. You can also search. So maybe you're looking for what? You're looking for maybe an invoice. Maybe you're doing a job. You can get an invoice in there. So maybe you see the box at the very top up there. There is a search box. You can look up invoices. Maybe you did some work for somebody and you want to send them the bill. An invoice is a bill, basically. Okay, so you can type that in. Once you find one that and you're like, oh, I don't know which one is cool. I don't know. You just click on one. If it's not there, it'll download it off the internet and boom, it's right there, open in Word. Some of the things you'll notice when you do open that is that certain things are kind of locked out. You'll notice this top right here is the header. So since this is an invoice, you can double click on the header and adjust it. You want to put your company in there. So if you double click up here, then it goes into the header option, as you can see right there, and then you can put your name in there or whatever your company is. Great. I spell great. Greatest company ever. There we go. And whatever your address is and so on. You can put your logo here. Just basically it's a graphic. See, it's right here. And you can change. If you want to change the image that is here, this is an image. You'll notice it says change picture right here. Do you see that? So if you get a template and it has like a holding spot, this is basically a graphic that's a holding spot. You might not want to just like delete it and put your own graphic in there. You might want to just like keep the formatting, and you might kind of, might mess things up if you delete things. But you can do what's called change graphic. So if you click on it here and go over here where it says picture format, you'll notice there's one that says change picture. Once you hit the change picture, it'll allow you to go to operating system and choose a graphic. So I can go there, go to my operating system, find my aliens and cows. Ooh, how do I get aliens and cows? About screen grab. I have no graphics. Oh, I gotta have something in here. Oh, we go. The best stud finder ever. There it is. Oh no, here's me. Oh no, that's my QR code. Oh, there we go. We'll put that in there. There we go. Hey, we'll put a QR code in there. What a great logo there. Okay, again, it's called replace change picture. This one right there. The one I use all the time, again, don't ever forget this one, is this one, recompress, right there. I do that all the time. I was making documents last week that had multiple images in it, and so again, here's what I'm always doing. I'm on Google. I'm typing in stud finders, and I'm looking at what's here, and I'm taking screen grabs. I'm like, oh, look at these horrible products. I take a screen grab here like this, right there, and then I go into Word. Hold on, I'm just showing you why this is important. And I'm inserting my picture in there. And where is it? Well, I could insert this one. There's one there. Oh, look how big it is there. I can make that smaller. Make this smaller. Type in some text. Hit return. I could type in some more, insert another picture. Where's my screen grab I just took? Was it this one? No, that one. There we go. Or we can put that in there. Or where's the screen grab I just took? Oh, here it is. It's on desktop. There we go. I'm shrinking that down. So you do that maybe, I have, 20-page document that has maybe 3 or 4 graphics on each page. Each one, Microsoft Word saves it as the original file size of that original image. And each image and screen grabs like maybe 2 megabytes. And so you think you'll get to a point where Word will crash, especially if you don't have a lot of RAM on your computer. So one way to avoid those problems of Word crashing as you're working, click on the graphics. Did you notice I shrunk this one down? Remember how big it was? I shrunk it down. Once I shrunk it down, I go to this option here, this one right here, this one, squeeze, this one right there. You click on that and you choose, I don't know, on screen, 150 ppi, and then say all pictures in this document. What that'll do is it'll recompress each one, and your document will be so much smaller. Especially if you're trying to get underneath the limit of 20 megabytes when you're emailing somebody. You ever get a document and you're like, oh, it's too big to email? In Word, this is one way to make it smaller right there. Shrink down the images. I do it all the time right there. Okay, where were we at? I'm sorry, I went off on that, but that was, again, a tool that I use daily in Word. Daily in Word, I use that tool. Okay, we're in a template. When you're done altering your template, make sure you go to the header and footer option right here and close it. See the little X right there? Boom, done. Your header and footer is there, but it's there. So again, a lot of the templates have header and footers, and there is no footer here. What if I wanted to put in a footer? What if I wanted to put in a footer on here? You can easily do that as well by using the insert window. There is a footer option, or we use page number. Either one of those will put it in there. Do you remember that? We use page number when we're putting in the header for the paper. But you can put a footer in, and you can choose which one, or you can do a blank one. A banded is just a line, or this one a blank one right here. And of course, we should know. Oh, how about we put in the requirement for doing the copyright code on a Mac, which was what? Somebody said it. I heard it. Say it louder. Say it proud. Option G. Option G. And put your name and then the date. Okay, how about we put that as a test question? Because remember, I repeated one. We'll just throw that one in there. Option G for putting a copyright. Okay, so if you have a template like we are looking at, we're doing an invoice right now, you can alter it and change it like I just showed you. You can put a footer in there like we just did. I altered the header also. Again, make sure you close it when you're done doing things like that. Whatever that was there, and you can see, you could just type into your template. That's a pretty simple one, but that's a very popular one, invoice. Okay, let's try some more. If I want to try another template, I'm done with this one. I was just showing you. Let's go under File, New Document. Or you can say New from Template as well, right here. Do you see that? If you can say File, New from Template, it takes you back to this one again. What's another type of document you would use besides an invoice? What's it? A memo? Memo. There you go. Look at all the graphics on the memos too. Isn't that cool? Okay, so you can pick. Now you can change the graphics as well. You can change the colors. So let's just look at one like this one right here. This one kind of has a nice design. I don't know if I like this orange and purple ugliness here, but let's double click on it. Okay, so you got your orange and purple ugliness here, but that is being run by the theme. Okay, so there's something called a theme that is usually done within Word that allows you to kind of keep track of all the colors that are in it. So if you come over here to where the design is, you'll see that right here is the colors right here. So again, it's under design and colors. There's a theme option right here. And if you click on a new theme, usually it'll change the colors of the document. So let's try, and I don't like the purple, whatever this is. What is this, kind of orange? I don't know. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. Oh, look at that. Okay. Again, it was under themes. It's over here under design. So if you choose one of them, you'll notice it also changes colors of text, like this memorandum right here. See that? See the color that is here? I'll do that again. So again, under File, New from Template, you choose one of these wonderful templates here. Look at this one with the circles and even the circles and things like this. You can change that. So you open that up, and you're like, wow, this is great. This is perfect for my business, my newsletter, whatever you want to do. Whatever this is right here, you can see the theme. Again, it's being driven by something called theme, the color in the document here. If you go underneath design, you'll notice it says theme over here in the over on the left side. If I click on there, we can choose a new theme. Let's try the I don't know, dark one. Ooh, that's greenish. I don't know. Everybody see how to do that? I'll pause for a minute. So you get the idea, right? You can search for different things, invoices, memorandum, and things like that. How about we design our own theme and save that as a template? Okay, so let's say you're working at a company and you want to make your own theme, and you want to save that, you'll really impress your boss if you do that. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I took our logo and I made our own little newsletter, and it's a template, and anybody at the company can open it up and change it, right? So let's just start with a blank document since we're going to make our own template. So I'm going to start with a blank document, which is file new. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so I can see the entire paper in one big long kind of thing here. Now some of the things you can do is, of course, set your header and footer so that you might want to have your logo and your company name in the header, just like we were looking at in the invoice one. Do you remember that? Okay, so you can do those things similar as well. So let's do that. So let's make ourselves a header. We can go underneath insert and we can go under header. And again, you can bring in different types here. Maybe I'll do the 3-column one, but remove the one in the middle. Remember, just like the example, and we'll have our logo on one side and we'll have our business name on the other side. Just like the invoice. I'm going to kind of copy the invoice one from my own template. So I'm going to click on that, and again, like I said, I'm going to delete this middle one. I don't want that one. But this one over here, we're going to put our logo in there. I'm just going to use what I have on my computer. If you want, oh, let's go steal a graphic. How about that? Let's go steal one again. I'm going to go to the internet, and the great place to find graphics that you want to use is called The Noun Project. T-H-E, the, noun, N-O-U-N, noun, project, P-R-O-J-E-C-T. The Noun Project. If you go there.com, you could search. So what kind of business do we have? What do we do? We're a boat business.
Mercenary company.
What? Mercenary? How you spell that?
M-E-R-C-N-E. Sorry, C-E-N. A-R. Very good, sir.
This one, Mercenaries?
Sure, why not?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say our company is a mercenary company and we like to So you say, hey, I like one of these. I want to use it as my logo. Oh, I like the L. This is like the Deadpool guy, isn't it? Okay. This is probably copyrighted. You probably can't use it. This is Boba Fett, isn't it? Okay. How about this one? We're mercenary. There we go. So click on the one you like, and basically I'm going to take a screen grab of that and put it into there. Remember we talked about how to do the screen grab? Command-Shift-4, right? Command-Shift-4. Draw a box around your whatever icon you have here. Listen to the sound. Takes a picture. Goes on the desktop. And then where it says type here, I'm going to delete that and I'm going to put my image in there. Remember, it's on a desktop. Insert picture, picture from file. It should be on the desktop. Oh, it didn't show up. There it is. I hit it. There it is. Boom. And if it's too big for your header, yes. We'll shrink it down. There he is. And then for the text here, we can put our company in here. Best company ever. How about that? And then what do? Line break is shift return. Don't hit return, shift return. Best company ever. 14,000 Fruitvale Avenue. Shift return. Where are we at? Saratoga? $95070 is the address here. Let's close this. Uh-oh, I didn't want that there. Uh-oh. Oh, why is it giving me all this space here? There we go. Shift return. No. Shift return. No. Why is it? Image. Is there a way we can wrap the text? There we go. I don't know. Somehow you can format it. And you just have to fool around with trying to get it formatted right. There we go. There we go. Is there space in front of this? There we go. You can drag your picture. There we go. Okay, so we have a header for our template. Maybe we go down at Entrepreneur Center, right? Start our own business right here at West Valley College. Protecting the world. When you're done with your header and footer, what do? Close it right there, right? Boom. Okay, so next, when you're making a template, usually you have header, usually you have what we call header text. Not necessarily header text, but H text, we'll call it. And that is located underneath insert here, or not under design. You'll see these options right here. Do you see them here? Okay, so it's best to try and just use one of these and then change it and customize it for yourself. For example, let's say you want to do title right here, this one. And then you type in your title. No? Where am I at here? Is it this one? It's changing it already. I just not. See how it changes the text as I'm doing this? And so we have a title. This would be the title. Now it doesn't look like title because it still sees it as body copy. Let's hit return, and then let's do subtitle. Don't worry, we'll attach it, and then body copy. Body copy is regular text. So you have kind of 3 levels of text when you make a template. You have a title, subtitle, and body copy. What is the word body copy? That's like general text that's in the thing. Again, it's taking on this. The problem right now, though, is that this is not seen as a title. It's seen as body copy. So to change that, if you go over here and select it and go under Home, you should be able to go over here where it says normal spacing, heading 1, boom. Oh, here's title, boom, right here, title. And then subtitle is this one right here. Click on that and note, boom, subtitle right there. And then body copy is here and it's already normal right there, So again, these are formatted here. These are changing according to the template that you have chosen over here. This template right here. And now if you go back and change this template, watch what happens. You see the template here? Boom. It changes it. Boom. It changes it. Boom. It changes it. Boom. It changes it. Okay, again, as long as you format these things, again, under Home, over here, they're all being driven by design, which is here. And then you can customize that. You don't like this beautiful kind of orange that's right here. You have colors here, and you can choose a new color scheme right here. Do you see that right? Or you want, how about violet? See that right here? This is the new color scheme right here. If you want to make your own color scheme, I don't know how to do that right now, but there is a way. And then, of course, you can make a subtitle, and we've already seen that already, right? How to do the subtitle. Or not subtitle, I meant the footer, right? We saw how to do the footer last time?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So now is the time to say, this is beautiful. Your company is happy with what you've done, and you want to save it as a template and share it with other people in the business. How do you save as a template? Well, in this case, if you go underneath the File, Save as Template right there. Do you see that? Save as Template. And then it's going to ask you where you want to save it. You can put it on your document or on your desktop, wherever. And this is My Business. And then notice the extension for a template is DOTX. That is a Microsoft Word document, template document. When somebody opens it, it'll have all these pieces there, and they're ready to go. Save as template. Of course, you can put your footer in there. You can put a table in there with all the colors like we did when we made that, and then that table colors would be saved as in a template as well. And so somebody would open it and they would use the same colors. That way, not everybody's inventing things all over the time again, right? The reason why you use templates is so that you standardize. Everybody cool with that? Okay, let's take a short break. Okay, let's continue with our discussion of Word. Again, we were discussing things we should have known in Word that we never knew were possible. How about that? Okay, so you might have seen before in, especially if you worked at a company or worked at a business, that there is sometimes when people are working on a document, they have something called a draft. A draft is something that has not been completed yet, hence the word draft. So if you were working on a draft inside of Microsoft Word, and so, you know, a lot of stuff here at West Valley when they're typing up, rules and regulations, rules and regulations, they have something called a draft that goes across the actual document until it's been approved by the specific committees, and then it becomes the law of the land. So you can do that again. It's under insert here. You'll notice there is one for, where is it? I saw it there earlier. Where's my draft? Maybe it's under design. Here it is, watermark. Watermark. So again, a watermark is a area that you can, usually they put the word draft in there. But if you click on it, it'll ask you what kind of watermark do you want. You can type in the type of text you want. This one says ASAP. Pull down menu, you got all the ones. You can also, draft is probably the most common one. So draft is usually something that is being worked on as, like I said before, it's been finally approved. And again, it's called watermark. It's located under design, and a lot of times it's on an angle, on a diagonal like that. At least here, the one at West Valley, they often do that. So I get these letters and the thing. This is not a complete document. This is a draft. This is something we're working on. Again, it's located under design, watermark right here. And if you hit OK, you'll notice it says big draft over top of the thing there. Okay, so it's used a lot. And then the other thing is, if you make a new page, it's gonna put it on every page. Basically, it puts it on. So somebody's going along, they're working on a draft, and you say new blank page, boom, it's draft there too. So it's like kind of in the background. I don't know if you've seen that before, but I'm sure you'll run into that in your lifetime sometime. If you work at a large business or institution like this, I get them all the time. Can you see the word there? You can't see it there, can you? Can you see it there? It's the projector that's... Oh, it really is the projector? I do have a word draft on my screen, I swear. Maybe I have to change the color. Hold on.
Oh, see it right there. Wait, hold on, right there.
There we go. Now you can see it. Now you can see, again, it's right here, watermark. You can change the color, you can change the angle, you can change the transparency so it's not so bright. Change the font. You can add a picture back there if you want. Select the picture. Maybe I put my QR code back there. Where's my QR code? Where is it? My QR, oh, you can't see that, can you? Why does it do that? Washed out. There we go. There you go. I put a QR code in my background on my web page, or my web page of my. I was teaching web design this morning. I go from documents to web design to there. Again, it's watermark. It's very popular. It's right here. Okay, you can say no watermark for now. Page color. The same thing as what we're doing. Again, this is under design. That's you want a background page color for your document? Boom. Right there. So not everything in Word has to be white on black or black on white, whatever you want to call it. It can be white on blue. Okay, page color. In addition, you have the options here for, go all the way to black there if you want. Okay, it's a pull down menu there. And again, more colors is right here. And how many colors is in this color box? 16 million, yes, that is correct. There we go, nice. Ooh, you can't even see that one, can you? Why is this projector all washed out? Well, you can see that one. Page border color. You can do page color here. Now, there's different types of borders that you can put on your document, and sometimes you might want to have a nice elaborate, if you've ever looked at, sort of wedding invitations and stuff like that. You see you have these elaborate kind of frames around the outside. You can do that here. Again, it's underneath design. It's right here under design. It's over here where it says page borders right there. And you can actually download new ones and put them in here. I don't know where to do that, but I think I've seen it before. Again, page border. You can the common ones are like the dual kind of thing like that. You can change the width if you want to make it thicker or thinner. You can add art. Oh, here you go. Maybe it's a wedding cake. Wedding cake. Look at that. Oh, none. Oh, here we go. These are common ones. Look at these ones with nice flowers around the outside. That's not flowers. They look like pixies or something. And then, but look at this. You can have scissors to cut it out. And borders, and you can add a shadow to your border, 3D. You can do a custom one. You can have a shading to it. Color, that would be the shade around the outside. But when you're done, you can do entire document, first page only, things like that, as you can see here. And you can do it on all sides or just the sides you want. You can turn off a side if you want. Maybe along the bottom you don't want it. Where's the bottom? There's the bottom. Maybe the bottom you don't want because it's bleeding into another page or something. Do you see that right there? When you're done, you hit OK. You can see you got your nice border around there. Okay. Got the dotted line. There you go. So everybody see that? How to put a border on? Okay, again, border, color, watermark, paragraph spacing. Again, double is what we want for our MLA format, right? Fonts, again, we've already looked at fonts. There's fonts. These fonts are for your theme. For your theme. Remember we saved the theme? A template, right? That's what this font, that's what's the difference between this one and of course you got your home, this font over here. Everybody cool with that? You ready to move on? Okay, most of that, we went over most of the stuff in design here. Again, we went over most of this stuff here. We did that. We went over themes here, so on. Oh, you can browse other themes as well. Layout, we did most of the stuff. We did talk about margins. Orientation, of course, you can do landscape and portrait. I do sometimes, I do this a lot when I'm trying to get more information on a page. Let me turn the border off here for a minute. I don't like this border here. How do I turn it off? Is there no border? None. None? No, it's still there. Uh-oh. Page border. Oh, none. There we go. So I've been doing a lot of I've been writing a lot in Word where I have a lot of information for one web page, right? So here I'll give you a little marketing information here. So if you look at if we look at one of my pages here, product pages, go to product page, product page. Okay, on this product page, I have the product name, right? And then I have a title right here, this title, and then I have a description tag. So there's three main things that Google uses to rank your website. Text on the screen, title, and then a description tag. And I've been rewriting them for all the products recently. So, and making new images too, new images for each product. So to do that, though, I have to go through and put them in a spreadsheet so that the people I work with can all see, we're all together. The problem with that is, trying to squeeze all this into a Word document that's kind of tiny is very difficult. So what I've been doing is I've been using Word, and instead of using the standard 8.5 by 11, I start with a new document, but then I go and do the page orientation of landscape, but then I actually choose a bigger page, and by using the where's the size of the page? Size of the page. Layout. Oh, size right here. It's under orientation right there. And I've been using tabloid. Now I don't have, oh, here it is, tabloid right there. So let me zoom out. So again, tabloid is 11 by 17. And it prints as long, most laser printers can print tabloid. It's a standard size. So that's what I've been using. That way, when I put in a table, and I have a table that's about like this big, I have enough space for everything I want. You know, I got my title in here. I got my description tag there. I got my title of the page there, and then I have a new description tag and new title there. And so what I'm trying to say is, going with a larger size paper and going with the landscape orientation, you can get more data going across, especially if you're looking at things in a spreadsheet, because it's not really a spreadsheet, it's not Excel. And Excel's no good at this at all. I mean, Excel's great for doing that, but you know, putting things in Excel is very, 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 you know, the cells are not friendly, you know, and it just, you know, to do something like this, I find this to be much better. Plus, again, I'm showing you, you know, using the appropriate page size. Again, it was underneath layout size right here, tabloid, and then orientation. And so maybe I'll show you the document I'm working on. I have it somewhere, so you can see.
What's tablet for, like what? Newspaper?
No, it's bigger. It's just a 11 by 17 piece of paper, just a standard piece of paper that's like 11 by 17. So instead of 8.5 by 11, it's just longer. Most laser printer, we don't have a laser printer in this room. I don't know what to do without no printer, but I'm just using that. Again, one of the problems you may run into is that you might not see all these sizes. These sizes usually, if you want a weird size, these sizes actually have to come from a printer. I don't know what printer this is connected to. If I go under File, Print, there's no printer, so these are like default. But you know, if you had a special printer that had special sizes, maybe for labels or things like that, your printer will send Word the data for that printer, and it will show up in this pop-down menu. So right now you're just looking at some default sizes right here. But if you had a special printer with a special size, it would show up here because Word would recognize the printer. The printer sends the size of the paper. Yes?
Is it true that each printer prints its own signature that you can barely see?
What do you mean?
It's not like a signature mark, you know. Like a
Watermark?
Yeah.
Oh, to identify, which probably.
I read it somewhere.
I could see that happening, but I don't know. The way they can track what document printed what. That's a good question. I'm sure HP puts in each printer, right? I just don't know if it goes onto the paper. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's continue. So again, that's why I use certain things. And we talked about columns already. You remember that column discussion? We had a column discussion. Remember how to do that? We don't need to go over that, do we? And then this one is page break and columns. And this one's kind of important for how you want the text to wrap. You got even page, odd page, and so on. So this is kind of a way of having multiple pages. Line numbers are basically, I don't know what they are. What are line numbers? Yeah, I don't know. We already did talk about hyphenation. Remember that discussion where we had a paragraph and it has a little line at the end? We talked about that. Where are we at here? So indents, we already know about that. We indent the first paragraph. How much for MLA? Inch or inch and a half or 2 inches or what?
1 inch.
Half inch. It's on the test. Don't forget that one. Half inch. Position, wrap text. This is for photos, right? Or wrapping around there. Whatever. Selection pane, alignment, line things, so on and so on. Reference, we already did some of this. Oh, here's our different footnotes, endnotes, add text. I don't know what all this stuff is here. Table of contents I don't really use. Citations, types of MLA format, 7th edition MLA. You want to try that? New document. Reference MLA right there, MLA. It doesn't look like MLA to me. Line spacing does not right. So I guess be weary of the, I don't know. Bibliography. Oh, it helps you write your bibliography. Works cited right there. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Insert caption. That's usually for a box or for a image or something that you have. Captioning is important for accessibility. Remember, people cannot see a photo if they are blind and it needs to read to them. So we insert captions for images. I'll show you what I mean. Well, I guess we can go underneath there. Let me insert an image. There they are. Oosh, love that stud finder, don't you? Okay, so there's a term called accessibility, which means that the paper needs to be read to somebody who cannot see it. The problem is when an image, when the screen reader, and the most common screen readers, one is called JAWS, like the shark. There's another one, Kurzweil. I don't know them all, but they read them. So in order to do that, you need to give some captioning there. So under references, there's an insert caption, and you can give yourself a caption. No, figure 1, figure label below, label, figure, table. I don't know how to do this. New label below, but that's sort of what it is. Exclude label from caption. And you see how it says figure 1 underneath there?
It's like in the textbook.
Yeah. I didn't read the. I remember I have a PowerPoint presentation on how to do this, but I never went through it. Sorry, I was supposed to. I was supposed to go to training too, and I didn't go to it either. Guess I should have. Maybe I should read the PowerPoint presentation. Again, they also have insert table for figures and so on, cross-reference, things like that. Mark entry. I need to learn all that. My mistake. Next, if you go through the mailing here, this is basically as if you have a group and you're working on a group, you can have group selection. This is if you are logged into your, again, you can have an account, a Microsoft account. I don't know what it's called. OneNote, one something, one. What was it called? OneNote, yeah. So then you can have your email all attached, and you can then merge your email list with what your document that you're writing and blah, blah, blah. We don't have those options here because we don't log into our office when we're working, do we? No. You got envelopes, labels. See, Microsoft wants to access my contacts. Go ahead. I don't have any contacts. And so on. So that's under there. Review, we went through some of these already. Did spell checker. In the spell checker, ignore all does what? Ignores that word throughout the entire document, right? Okay, that's on the test. Ignore all. Thesaurus, word count, we already know that. It's down here, word count there. Accessibility checks to see if you've done all your stuff properly for accessibility. Language, you can choose a language that your document is in. I guess, does this spell checker in our proofing tools? No, we don't want that. Okay. We can do comments in the corner there, so wherever your cursor's flashing, you can put comments in there. So as you're working with, groups of people, you can put in, put your content here. Now, one of the problems you run into with the contents is that this stays with the document. You save it, you email it to somebody, they can see it, which is great. But the problem I run into sometimes is it's there and I don't want it to be there anymore. And you're like, how do I get rid of it? So you want to hide the comments. And hold on, no, there's a way to hide them. No.
Delete.
No, you can't delete. I don't want to delete them. I just want to hide them because I don't want to see them. Reply to comment. I thought there was a way to hide them because I swear I've hid comments before. No markup. All markup. That's it. Thank you. No markup, all markup. So there's a pull down menu there because you're gonna. I run into this all the time. There's people that they put notes and notes and notes and notes, and it gets really confusing because you're seeing all these lines go into the document that you're trying to read, right? And it's just like, and so yeah, hide it may help you right there. Do you see that? And there's markup options, balloons, and there you go. So that was that. There's reviewing. I don't know what that is. Accept, reject. Oh, that brings it in. Oh, that didn't hide it. Compare documents. And a way to restrict your document. Protect your document by putting a password protecting on it. What password you want to put on this? Bill Gates? Bill Gates. Uh-oh. Re-enter. Bill Gates. I have to do it again. Bill Gates. All right, it keeps making me, but you get the idea. Under view, we have print layout, web layout, outline, draft, rule, guidelines. That's this thing. That confuses me more. Navigational panel, if you had multiple pages, it is a quick way to jump from page to page to page because you have a little thumbnail over here on the side. Zooming, you already know how to do that. That's better down here with the thing. You got one page layout, multi-page layout, page with width. You got new window, arrange. Oh, where was I at? Arrange all, split, switch, and macros are a programming type of language that you can do to yeah, well, no, the macro, record macro. It's like you can save processes. And so I'm saving a process, and then you stop recording, and then you can save that process and send it to somebody. And yeah, that's how a lot of viruses get around. People write macros. You ever open a document in Word or something that says enable macros? Anybody see that before? It's one way they use to protect you from getting a virus is it gives you the warning message. Okay, that's about it.